Okay, when I made tallow, actually when I made the lardo as well, but when I made the tallow, it has this gelatin-like stuff on the bottom, and it had the fat over the top, and then this, and then a layer of just grunge and nastiness underneath. So took all the fat off, and took all of that bottom layer off, and what we have left is essentially pure beef gelatin. And I am going to do some tests with it. Looks like there's another piece I can use. The first test, well, not just the first test. What I'm going to try to do is to make beef bouillon. So this is what we start with. And I'm trying out a couple of different ways. This is my dehydrator, and it's set on the lowest setting, which is 95 degrees. 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius. And I set it, I set one of the, can't see it, I set one of the fruit leather trays on this level, and it has the gelatin on it, and then I've left it open so that the heat can escape rather than being trapped inside, which is what you usually want with dehydration. So I'm going to try that tonight, and the tray, the fruit leather tray, should catch it. If it melts it to the point where it's liquid, the fruit leather tray should catch it and allow the heat to dehydrate it as usual. So that'll be the first test. If that one works, then I'll be doing the rest of them that same way. If it doesn't work, then what I'm planning on doing is taking the gelatin and just putting it inside the dehydrator in a cool, dark place where theoretically it can dehydrate slowly on its own. So this is our first test. I'll talk with you later. Okay, there we go. At 95 degrees, still cool, but at 95 degrees, it is, with the tray's offset, is definitely melting. I'm going to leave this here until tomorrow morning. I'm going to leave it and let it see if it'll dehydrate. If it'll dehydrate this way on the trays, then I'll go ahead and do the rest of it. But it is definitely melting at 95 degrees. Okay, so here is those bits and pieces that I put on the tray last night. And it's completely dry. Still flexible, but I think that's going to be a good option for the bouillon. So I won't do it right now because I want to do it during the night when it gets cooler. But I'm going to do the rest of it this way. It looks like it's a good option. Kind of an odd taste. It's not as concentrated as I expected, but we will be doing this tomorrow, or tonight. I will talk to you later. All right. Some of it came out very thin. Others are thicker and pretty flexible, almost like rubber or plastic. It's very flexible. I decided not to grind them up, but simply to cut them into smaller pieces, or in some cases break them into smaller pieces, because even those that are hard are they feel like they would gum up the blades of any kind of a cutter. So unless it was really, really, really crispy, I mean, like completely dry, crispy, I wouldn't use a blade or a mixer of any kind to break these up. So I've just broken them up into smaller pieces so that they will fit in the bag. From the amount that I showed you, that is what I got. So we have beef bouillon, or some people call it instant soup or portable soup, 2020. I'll talk with you later.